Everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays a Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. 15 wins in a row would be a nice little early birthday present. My birthday's not for 7 months and a couple of weeks, but I did say early. Now I gotta say, last run, it got a little spotty. I didn't play as well as I would have liked at times, and yet it came through in the clutch. We managed to make it happen nonetheless, and just barely, to be fair. You know what I want to say is that we probably would have lost if we had actually taken one of the early deals with the devil. I know that's not how causality works, but you know what I mean. Like, we had the chance with a lot of HP to take some middling deal with the devil items, and I said, you know what, nah, it's not worth it. And then we won with 2 HP at the end of the run. So who's laughing now? Mom? Who's laughing now? Hopefully the viewer. Sorry, my voice is a little worn out. It's a combination of things. I've been talking a lot, and also every time I leave this office, Kate convinces me to play Twitch Sings with her for another, like, 15 minutes. Which I'm really bad at. We're not a power couple on the musical side. We have a couple of karaoke songs we could do together. Usually any song with a female hook and a male rapping part gives us a chance. So you know what I'm talking about. No matter what I do, all I think about is you. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Then she pulls me in there and she goes, hey, do you want to sing the Aladdin part from A Whole New World? I can show you the world, ooh, shining, shimmering splendor. So it's a thing. I gotta, you know, they don't write a lot in my register ever since Serge Gainsbourg died, you know. When are they gonna put that into Twitch Sings? Ha, melody. Yeah, that's more for Twitch Plays Bass. That album has an absolute slapper of a bass line. I'm not gonna do it, but you know, you should. Hey, it's on Google Play Music. Go check it out for yourself. Une histoire du Melody Nelson. It's a guy. I apologize for my French viewers. You like to diversify your musical taste? Try listening to an album in French. You think you're so cool because your songs are 6 minutes long instead of 3 minutes and 6 seconds long. Try listening to an album in a different language. Plus, it's an album that greatly respects your time. It's only like 20 minutes long. And yet it tells a wonderful story that I don't know because I don't speak French. And it is a bass part that goes gom, 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 gom. Anyway, you'll love it. That's my recommendation for today. Little indie hit. You might not know it. It's from France's most popular recording artist of all time. Where am I going with this? I don't know, dude. Stats are great. I'm loving the stats here. 3 HP. That's good. Well, 2.5, but 3 in a moment here. Let me hydrate. It all comes down to our rate of fire and damage. Provided we can get to the deal with the devil on this floor, I feel like after last run, the game's going to be a little bit more merciful, and it's going to hook us up with a good deal with the devil. With a transformative deal with the devil, no less. Now, we really, really should not fall into the bad habit of not blowing up these pots, for example. It's exactly true. Same reason we should be looking for secret rooms at every available opportunity. You know, one of the, I say one of, but it's probably like the actual principal benefit of having sulfuric tears is the fact that they can actually, you know, find you stuff like that. AWAS? Dude, don't mind if I do. It's not so bad. Let me just pop this death card real quick. Blood rights, huh? You have my interest with blood rights. Okay, it would have found it for sure. I don't know if it's actually better than Mom's bra, especially because we have an orbital now, but tell you, Mr. Boom is basically Mr. Garbage. Owned, by the way. Not interested in. You're telling me that's not the secret room. I don't buy it. You don't cut off my head, crap down my neck, and tell me it's raining. Okay? That's poop. He's finally lost it. I heard that. I just have to think about blood rights here. I think we probably wish to not take it. Just because to be honest, like, Mom's Bra plus an orbital is like a really decent setup. Once every 3 rooms, we essentially kill a big enemy for free, or multiple enemies. So I'm feeling good, I'm feeling settled, believe it or not. Luck upgrade doesn't hurt either. Maybe, no, not a secret. Oh, okay, apparently you gotta hit it in like exactly the right spot. There was nothing I could do, dude, etc., etc., etc. So, that feels like a secret room too. If you guys could just give me a second here. Hey, you stinky spiders, dude, give me a second. Dude, that's the secret room. Actually, no, there's no way it could be. My mistake. Layouts are a little weird. This could be the secret room. Yo! Okay. Tears down. That's really bad. Yeah, I mean, it was not even close to being worth it, but it could be worse. One tears downgrade. Miss me. Our orbital more than covers for that. Plus this deal with the devil. Oh. You know? Why not? It'll be interesting. Sacrificial altar. You lose the cube. You get the mark instead. Is not even close to being as worth it. But still, well, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe I've lost my mind. Because I'm like, every 3 rooms we press spacebar, get a couple of kills. Is that worth as much as a nice damage upgrade? Almost certainly not. So check this out. I think I've come to the realization that I've mastered Isaac finally. Now we can actually get into the boss trap room. We can use AWAS in there to take the stuff and get the heck out of town. What do we want here? I mean, let's get interesting, okay? We'll take Mystery Gift with us, and then I'll pop it down in the boss trap room just to see what we could possibly get. Dude, 15-cent lump of coal is not that bad. And I guess it's always going to be lump of coal if you use it on a room that's not, doesn't have like a pre-programmed set of items that could drop on it. I don't know, because it made the sound like gunk. All I can hear coming out of the other room across the apartment right now is, I'll be gone in a day or two. The devil and AWAS went down to Georgia. They were looking for a soul to steal. Okay. Do this. Crank it. Lump of coal. Get the heck out of town. Now Mom's Bra, not really doing a whole heck of a lot for us, but that could change. I mean, it is giving us a window to kill an enemy just with our tears instead. Now, next step for me is fixing our rate of fires so that, oh, you son of a gun. So it's not so bad anymore. But anyway, it's good. It's a Sunday over here still. I almost finished Resident Evil 2 Leon's story today. Still got to play Claire's story. It's been good. It's been nice to play a game on Sundays that's a lot shorter. That's like my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution for Sunday games is, oh my god. Stick to shorter stuff. Played a lot of long stuff, whether correctly or incorrectly. Like, what I mean by that is Subnautica specifically probably was much longer than it had to be as a result of my incompetence, les incompétences. I just stood there. I just stood there and got hit. Brain machine broke. It's been nice, though, to play something. I don't want to say it has more respect for your time, because there's a lot of stuff. Yo, that was close. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not taking a shot at the throne with Resident Evil 2. Possibly the most well-liked, maybe the second most well-liked Resident Evil in history. I have to imagine Resident Evil 4, from what I've gathered, it's probably still the fan favorite, but, you know, 2, 4, and 7 are like the... And maybe 3 as well. I thought were kind of regarded as like the cream of the crop. But a couple of puzzles in that game, I'm like, this is just time. This is just a time sink right now. Some of the puzzles, I'm like, dude, I can actually solve this easily. And some of them, maybe it's only a time sink for me because I'm bad at them. But, like, some of them are just logic, and I suss them out immediately. And then some of them, I'm like, I don't really understand, so I'm just going to mash all 9 possible permutations of solution here until I get something that works. Not sure if I would recommend it, by the way. Dude, I don't know what's happening to me. My Isaac brain is just broken. I'm switched off. It's been a bad couple of episodes, I gotta be honest. But slumps, they do happen. It's up to us to break the slump. Take a deep breath and go, whew. You do it at home as well. Whew. Whatever's, you know, bogging you down right now, you know, just let the cries of this small human popcorn take you away. This is not the time for you to deal with the problems in your life. You can deal with that tomorrow. This is the time for you to sit back, relax, and watch some Isaac. It's the time for you to watch me do my job. Yo, that's a huge get right there. So just sit back and enjoy yourself. I'm gonna try to do the same, except this quite the opposite because I gotta I gotta perform better. Basically, it's not the item I was hoping for. Let's be honest. I'm gonna get the heck out of this floor in a timely fashion. Yo, let's go. Okay, much bigger turnaround there. Let me take a little bit more Nalgene here. I've got a great millennial joke I'm working on right now. Yo, 90s kids be like this. And then I take a big drink of water out of a clear plastic Nalgene bottle. And 2000s kids be like this. And then I get a swell bottle. You know the ones. The cool looking ones now. Glug, glug, glug. That would bring the house down. Nobody would come to the show because both relevant audiences are not at the level economically where we have disposable income yet for the most part. You know, we've really kind of been left behind by the previous generation, creating inhospitable economic conditions, you know, wage stagnation and housing market rising out of control, essentially due to nothing except for rampant speculation and the increasing rise of automation looming on the horizon, threatening to have labor be destroyed by machines that won't unionize. You get the whole, basically it owns. You stay away. He's not gonna get me. He's not gonna get me.
Something's wrong.
You know, a recurring bit I've been doing recently is, you know, our millennials slash Gen X moms, okay? And Kate and I, we were in a touristy area of Vancouver yesterday. They had edgy birthday cards, which is, you know, if you've bought them, I apologize because I'm about to say some not so nice things about them. But I was like, you know, I get it. It's an ironic birthday card. But did you ever consider that maybe the reason that birthday cards are bad is not because they're not ironic, but because you're paying $5 for something you could have wrote down for free and it would have meant more to the person you're giving it to? Wow, that was very bad of me. Maybe deserved. But they were like, the card, one of them said, adulting is hard. And honestly, if you gave me that card, I would be offended. I would feel patronized too. Here's the thing, adulting is hard. If you open that card and it says anything but get over it, miss me. Yeah, sure, adulting is, I mean, it's not hard. It's harder than being a child for the most part. But, you know, you also have the tools to deal with it in all likelihood. But secondarily, the other ones, it was a martini glass with a red beverage in it. Who knows, dude? Could have just been ocean spray. And it said, soup of the day. You know, no joke. That card arrives in my mailbox from a trusted friend. I would be like, all right, I get it. I have a problem. Sure, I'll go. Fine, I get it. I'll quit drinking. You know, like, that's just a... If somebody ever gives you a card that says soup of the day and it's got a picture of like a wine bottle or a Cosmopolitan or something on it or a Bud Light Lime, you might need to, and I'm not saying you actually have a problem, but you might need to re-examine your relationship with that, because Here's what happened that leads to that is that somebody, you know, they were at the store and they were like, we gotta get Jenny a card. Yeah, but what is Jenny like? This is the one. Okay, dude, stop drilling, you hit oil. Anyway, I don't like this card company.
I don't like this card company. Wah, wah, wah.
Dude, I love it. I'm going for it. Oh, I can hear what Kate's singing. She's singing, don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. Never wanna stop at all. I know this one. That's an all-time classic. She wanted me to sing some Queen songs with her. I had to tell her, you know, I'll do it. You gotta give me some time for my voice to rest. Also, no songs that are in Freddie Mercury's discography are, you know, in my register whatsoever. Don't Stop Me Now is a slapper, though. There's no question about it. Dude, this run got good, by the way. In true Dark Soulsian fashion. Where the heck are my special rooms? I need my item room. I also need my soup du jour. Also, it's a very entitled bit, okay? But the transaction made me very complicated. Or it made me very annoyed with how complicated it was. Because when we were at the store, we bought a candle, okay? It's a nice candle. What, you got a problem with candles? You don't like your place smelling nice? Whatever. It's not like it offends my masculinity or anything. It's not a normal candle, dude. It's one of those dude candles. Smells like sandalwood. New York Giants game. Playoffs at Arrowhead Stadium and Tom Brady's Old Spice. I don't hate them, but like, there's a lot of products that are like man-specific that I find very funny. You know, like, there's like baby wipes, but for men, they're called like bro wipes or something, or dude wipes, I can't remember. For those masculine messes. Dude, just use baby wipes. They're not for babies. You ever seen a baby clean up its own mess? Never! Doesn't happen. Parents, they should call them parent wipes. If you're gonna get so bent out of shape about it. Anyway. That's why, like, there's an ad on TV. Like, women, no problem dyeing their hair. You know what women hair ads or hair dye advertisements say? It's a hair dye. It's got rich, vibrant color. Every ad for male hair dye of any sort is always like they're tricking you. Like, The new one is like, it's a beard wash that naturally restores the color of your beard. And then it shows a dude's beard turning from like salt and pepper, you know, gray into just super dark. You're like, oh man, that must be a really good beard wash. First off, beard wash. I didn't even know it was a thing. I thought it was just soap. But secondarily, that's hair dye, brother. Just own it. Who cares? But you know, I shouldn't shoot the messenger on this one. You know, or blame the victim, perhaps. You know, I guess men have kind of grown up, myself included, you know, if you care about your appearance, just dang old. Nah, bro, I'm not working out to get sweet abs, dude. I'm working out so I can lift my truck. You know, you gotta... There actually are people like that are like, man, he just got those dang old... He's got those vanity muscles from working out, dude. He didn't earn them like I did down at the farm hauling sacks of hay. I don't know what they do, let's be honest. I'm removed from the farming ecosystem. I go to the grocery store and I put a piece of plastic on a prompt and it goes, thank you for your money, here's your apples. But yeah, male hair dye ad. Or the other thing they do is like, they intermingle it with sports. So they'll be like, hey, he's going for the play and he's going to talk to some nice looking lady. Not quite in his age group, but you know, it's none of my business. Oh, and he struck out, but now with Just for Men gel, look at that. He's dyed his hair so he no longer looks old, and oh, he's tricked him. He's tricked her into sleeping with him. There you go. It's a whole male advertising. It's the same, you know. You can prey. Oh, dude, that's so good. On the male ego a little bit. I say this as someone who has an ego. I have an ego about some things. I don't have an ego about other things, I guess. Like, for my appearance, I think I lost a lot of vanity about my appearance because I went bald when I was 19 years old. It really forces you into, like, the outlier category, you know what I mean? And we're gonna stick with Guppy's head, much to the audience's detestation right here, but, you know, I'm going a little gray in the beard, and then Kate's like, you know, maybe you should dye your beard hair. I don't really grow a beard. It's just like when I don't shave. I'm at that weird intersection of not being old enough to really be responsible enough to shave a couple of times a week, but also growing some gray in my beard that betrays my inner child. She's like, maybe you should dye your beard. And I'm like, you know, if you're gonna, like, if you want me to, I will do it, because I know it's good for me. But secondarily, I don't feel that inside of myself. I don't feel like, you know, I'm like a model that's a milk that's starting to spoil. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, I take relatively good care of myself. So the stuff that's within my wheelhouse, you know, skincare, diet, health, sleep, stuff like that, I'm doing pretty well. Trying to, at least. And the other stuff, you know, when does the salt and pepper start to creep in? Doesn't really bother me, you know. And if anything, I find, you know, visible signs of aging for myself is almost like, you know, to some extent, like a badge of courage. Or not courage, but it's something to be proud of, let's say. You know, hey, check it out. I've lived, like, on this planet for a while. I've lived long enough to start to die. That's how I see it. I'm also like, hey, not everybody out there, you know, made it to 30. So, you know, I'm like, I'm happy to look my age. Plus, I've looked 30 since I was 19. So, you know, once you go bald, you really, like, you've kind of gotten it out of the way, if that makes sense. The truly shocking part of aging, where you're like, you know, I did it in a day, like an hour. Bit the bullet. That's like most male ads are exactly like that. They're like, I make fun of it sometimes because a lot of the ads that I see that are targeted towards women on TV basically are like, if you don't buy this, you're a bad mother. The classic example being like your kids played soccer, but now they've got grass stains on their pants. Everybody's talking about you. They don't think you know how to do the laundry. Guess what? Gain will sort you out. Male ads are not like that. Every single one is just like, do this and chicks are gonna want to sleep with you, dude. Axe ads are like that. Maybe not every ad, but, you know, car ads are kind of like that. It's either like, dude, get this, people want to sleep with you, or like, get this and you'll be a good dad. That's why I got HBO. I don't have to see ads anymore. At least when I'm watching the one television program I watch. Ooh, I mean, we're going for broke here. I love that we're... Okay. I love that we're only one guppy item away. This has been a much stronger run. I told you it would be. Where was I going with this? I don't specifically remember. I wouldn't, you know... I'm trying to think about, like, where I want to... Because it's not that I don't care about my appearance, you know? It's not that whatsoever. It's just that, I don't know, kind of accepted that the upper maximum for me is not to trick people into believing I'm 25 years old. I don't really want people to believe that I'm 25 years old. Because I remember what I was like when I was 25. And I was a dummy. I think I'm a better person now. I mean, I know you might have been watching me since I was 25. It wasn't like I was committing war crimes, but I just had, like, dumber attitudes in my opinion, at least. So I'm like, I would rather people be like, dude, that's a yoked 35-year-old. That's my new goal. It's not like I want to look 10 years younger. I look like a child in my own eyes. No, thank you. I want to be the dude that you see and you go like, yeah, he's 35, but he's in pretty good shape. He must be the CEO of a startup where he did some of the work and now has hired people to take over most of the labor for him, and he just collects the profits from Series A funding. Yeah. He must have played keyboard on a song that went to #1 17 years ago and has lived off the royalties ever since. He's got the kind of body you can only have when you make your own hours. That's like a Flight of the Conchords song. If you want that one, Jermaine and Brett, you can have that one for free. Yeah, she's got the kind of body that says, my parents left me a lot of money and I haven't had to work for a few years. You're like, I don't like it. The joke's a little bit, it's a little dark, NL. This is the best joke premise I've come up with in years. I'm like rejuvenated. By this time tomorrow, I will have written a whole musical. Not a song, a musical. We might as well take it, because we already, I mean, first off, the speed upgrade is nice. But secondarily, we don't really need Empty Vessel, although the invincibility is something. Might as well have the HP instead. You know I'm theory crafting these lines in my head. People always say that about Hollywood actors. And, you know, I don't know if I'm going to get myself in trouble with this one, but, like, you know, people are always like, wow, you know, this person got really jacked and only... How in 4 months they went from this to this for a movie. How did they do it? And people are always like, well, if it was your job to have a personal trainer and you had a team of nutritionists and you had blah, blah, and you had blah, blah, you could do it too. And I'm like, you know what? I mean, I do agree. I haven't made, like, a radical transformation in my own body. I look better, I weigh less, I'm stronger. You know, those are the big ones. But, you know, if you saw 2 side-by-side photos of me from, like, you know, 6 months ago and now, you would be like, that's obviously the same dude. I don't know, maybe he's just a little dehydrated in the new photo. Haven't gotten to that point yet. It's not like a Batista before and after. But, like, and the reason I've been able to do that is mostly because I have a very free schedule, you know? It's a big part of it. Time is huge, you know? Especially, like, if you got kids. It's tough, dude. I have to imagine. Especially because the new workout advice is, like, everybody's obsessed with sleep. When I was, like, 16, it was like, yeah, just as long as you get 4 hours of sleep a night, it's more important that you make it to the gym in the morning. Now, people are like, if you can't get 9 hours of sleep a night, don't even friggin' bother. You can't get huge. But anyway, the other thing is, hold on, I dropped my wrist protector down here. What I was gonna say is, there's another reason that, you know, those Hollywood actors, particularly men, are able to achieve those results so quickly, and that's because they're on steroids. At least that's the scuttlebutt, dude. And you know, I don't know enough about the harmful effects or the lack thereof to say whether or not you know, they're destroying their bodies under medical supervision. All I'll say is I always find it funny that sometimes, you know, you'll see these posts that are like, you know, okay, you know, the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson workout. You want to get ripped like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson? Here's his workout and diet. And then you're like, you forgot a part of it. I'm not saying, by the way, do not take this the wrong. I'm not saying that just because, you know, oh, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was like 150 pounds, and he, you know, put a needle in his bum, and all of a sudden he's jacked. It's an unbelievable amount of time, dedication, work, diet, nutrition, sleep, etc., that goes into it. I'm just also saying, like, they got one element even beyond the time and the career aspect that I think is, again, I'm still admirant of them. Don't get me wrong. Like, the amount of work that they put into their physiques is crazy. But simultaneously, again, I just encourage you to watch the 2005 film Rocky Balboa, and please note that Sylvester Stallone has his shirt off in that movie. Have you ever seen a 72-year-old man with his shirt off? How old was Stallone when that was filmed? Sorry, one sec. Sylvester Stallone. He's 72 now. That's a good guess. So it was like 13 years ago. He would have been Yeah, like 59. You can even look at him now. No 72-year-old man on planet Earth. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news because it sounds like jealousy. It's actually, if anything, I'm jealous of the fact that the man's working his butt off. I'm not jealous of the hormonal cocktail. But, like, there's no 72-year-old man on planet Earth that is working out. There's 72-year-olds in my gym. They've been going there for 10 years, 20 years. They don't look like Sylvester Stallone. What do you? Well, you're not eating you're not eating the pineapple. That's the thing. Stallone eats a lot of pineapple. Yeah, but like he also, I mean, he works out harder than those 70-year-olds for sure, but also simultaneously, dude, he's on testosterone, man. I'm just saying, okay? I'm not even saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, you know, my grandpa, you know, was working pretty hard in his life. When he was 72 years old, he did not look like Sylvester Stallone. Well, was he using the ab wheel rollout? Okay, you know what? He wasn't. And he wasn't eating the scallions or whatever the heck the superfood is, the acai berries. Maybe that's his issue. The issue is actually that my granddad, he's still alive. We're just it's a little bit estranged. It's a whole, don't worry about it too much, okay? Suffice it to say, he's alive, but he's dead to me is the important part. But when he used to eat crackers and cheese, he would get like a box of, you know, saltine crackers or Ritz crackers, and he would eat a cracker, and then he would like take a bite out of a block of cheese. So he probably ate, like, by mass, I would say 8 to 9 times the amount of mass of cheese that he did of crackers. Which is, you know, in general, is probably not the healthiest snack for you to begin with, but he was, like, pre-diabetic. So he probably shouldn't have been eating that. That's what I'm telling you, dude. Like, it's amazing. He's still alive in his early 80s. I should actually live to be like 400, except for the blood pressure. And you remember, I used to almost have glaucoma, but don't even have to worry about it. Never got a call from the optometrist because I gave him a fake number. I'm just joking. That would be a great turnaround, though, right? Sorry, I've never seen Parks and Rec, but I've seen the gif of the guy who goes like this. You know the one. Been a faster run for sure. I'm happy with it. Enjoying myself. I'm enjoying the time before Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson sees this video. I mean, I gotta say, I wouldn't have known, except, you know, sometimes it pops up. I read like the fitness subreddits just because sometimes I'm pooping and you need, you know, 45 seconds of entertainment, or 45 minutes depending on how you're enjoying yourself. But people will make a post, and they're always, I don't want to say it like it's a bad thing, but they're usually like really young, and they're like, you know, I watched the movie 300 with Gerard Butler. I have 6 weeks until beach day at high school. How can I get 12-pack abs and pack on 30 pounds of muscle? And then, like, maybe it's the blind leading the blind, but, you know, every single post is just people being like, well, you gotta, like, work hard, obviously. Here's a workout that could work for you. Your diet has to be absolutely perfect. By the way, your goals are unobtainable in the time frame you've listed, but, you know, if you work hard at it within like a couple of years, you might be able to get more to where you need to go. And also, they're taking drugs. They got the, you know, the doctor's taking them into the change room and is like, hey, take a little vitamin shot. And you wake up the next day and you're like, now I feel like I can lift more today. And, you know, you get the idea. Womp, 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 womp. Sorry, it's like 10 minutes till the Game of Thrones episode starts. I'm not rushing it. Like, this, we're here. I just got like the womp, 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 etc., etc., etc. I got it stuck in my... Oh, get over it. It's a fun show, okay? It's not... I'm not watching... I'm trying to think. I was going to say, like, name of harmful TV show, but then I was like, I don't want to get into an argument. I'm not watching The Big Bang Theory. You think that's peak show that it's least controversial to dislike? It's got to be up there. Nobody in my demographic will admit that they watch The Big Bang Theory. Although I will say, there's a certain, like, small town lack of cynicism. Like, a sincere small town attitude. When we were at Josh's wedding, one of the guys who was sat at the table with us was talking to us. First off, he didn't call it The Big Bang Theory. He just called it Big Bang. And then secondly, no, not the K-pop group, okay? I'm pretty savvy. He was like, it's like that Big Bang episode where, like, Sheldon, blah, blah. You know, I don't really remember the plot, but, like, Sheldon is, like, doing this, and you know how he is. And we were just like, dude, I figured it out. I figured out how the show stayed on the... And he's a nice guy, by the way. I'm just throwing his media tastes under the bus because I'll probably never see him again. And as a result, it's a victimless crime. But he was our age and was like, yeah, you know, I love me some Big Bang. I was like, dude. More power to you. By the way, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It's a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!